Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So, trying to get back to normal with boxing here. I know I've been doing nothing but top 10s and boxing awards like the last month, but we actually have some, I know Joe Smith fought last weekend. I apologize for not getting that fight up, but once he had a replacement opponent, I didn't even bother because I was so wrapped up in my top 10s and everything else I got going on right now. So, right now I'm going to get into the Gary Russell versus Mark Magsayo Showtime card that's taking place this Saturday, January 22nd. Surprisingly, on my breakdown video, I got over 2,000 views on that right now. I'm very surprised and shocked by that, but happy, pleasantly surprised. Obviously, a lot of Mark Magsayo fans out there. But this weekend, the fight is taking place, and it's a triple header on Showtime. I'm going to talk about, the undercard real quick, and then get into the main event and give my prediction on the fight. I think everything kicks off at 6 o'clock on Saturday. Not a bad undercard. We start with former world title challenger Tuxko Nyambayar. He's a guy that fell to Gary Russell a couple years ago. He lost the decision to him. Since then, he's lost one fight to Chris Colbert. But he's returning to, I'm not sure if the fight's taking place at 130 or 126. He was supposed to fight Vic Pasillas in what would have been a really good, slugfest. Now he's taking on a replacement opponent. To be honest, I don't even remember the guy's name. But Nyambayar shouldn't have a problem here. He should be able to handle his replacement opponent and walk away with a clean knockout victory in this one, but we'll see. He's a tough Mongolian fighter. Check him out, Tuxko Nyambayar. I'm really looking forward to seeing his return. It's his first fight since losing to Chris Colbert last year, so hopefully he can bounce back with a big win here and be impressive on the undercard. I think he will be. Also on the undercard in the co-feature, Sudriel Matias, undefeated, impressive 140-pound fighter, is returning to action. He's staying busy on the undercard. He should get a win on his undercard and leave no doubt that he is still at the top of, still on the rise as a prospect is what I'm saying moving forward. So really looking forward to seeing him in action in the co-feature. But the main event's going to be good. You got Gary Russell defending his title, coming back from a near 2-year layoff to take on the undefeated #1 contender Mark Magsayo, who upset Julio Ceja, former champion, in his last fight. Not upset, but he defeated him and brutally knocked him out in a fight that he was losing. This guy's hungry. He wants to go after Gary Russell. He wants to stop him. There's a lot of people that believe he's going to do that. I think it's going to be a good fight. I do. I think Magsayo will be in the fight for a while, but I really believe that Gary Russell his talent alone is going to beat Magsayo. The thing that bugs me about Magsayo is he doesn't win rounds a lot, win the majority of the fight in rounds against guys that are less talented than Gary Russell. Gary Russell is about piling up points. He's about winning rounds. And I think Gary Russell is coming to win rounds against Mark Magsayo. I think Gary Russell is going to come into this fight. I think he's going to dominate in the second half of the fight as he normally does. And I think he wins a unanimous decision to hold on to his belt. Some chance of a knockout. I think more we're going to see a decision. But I think there's also a possibility that Magsayo pulls out the upset here. Magsayo's a tough customer. He is. He always has been. We know that. But I think he can give Gary Russell problems. He throws a lot of punches. He's a brawler type fighter. But Russell, the boxer, I think is just going to overcome. But after 2 years off, you don't know what the ring rust is going to be. You don't know what it's going to be like. But one thing we do know about Russell, he's not used to taking two years off, but he is used to long layoffs in between fights because ever since 2015, he fights once a year. So he's not completely immune to the long layoffs, but he's not used to this kind of layoff. 2 years is a long time. He's used to maybe a year. He got accustomed to fighting every May, and then his last layoff in between fights was 9 months. Now, it's almost 2 years, you know, almost exactly 2 years. So we're getting, it's going to be interesting to see what Gary Russell can pull off on Saturday, but I think he's going to walk away the winner and still the WBC champion. But again, I think Mark Magsayo is a live underdog, and I could see him pulling off the upset here, so we'll see. But that's it. That fight again is taking place. Russell and Magsayo is taking place Saturday, January 22nd on Showtime. I think it's going to kick off around 6 o'clock. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. True Boxing, you've been here with the truth.